How's everybody doing tonight? Good? Bored? Here to have fun, right? Yeah? Post-prom. So I picked most of my volunteers from the back, just so y'all know. Everybody hanging out in the back. Y'all come up, it'll be a better show, I promise. There we go. Got a few of them. So, by show of hands, how many of you guys have never seen a comedy hypnosis show before? High in the air. High, 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 high. So most of you have, but I got lots of volunteers for tonight. I appreciate that. Tonight, my show is a volunteer show, right? It's about having fun, suspending your disbelief, and just kind of letting go. Now, what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is simply nothing more than the power that words have to influence our actions and our decisions. And we all experience different forms of hypnosis every day. We just don't call it or recognize it by hypnosis. So we're going to go through an experiment, a little exercise with everybody, okay? I want you guys to make an okay, put it high up in the air. And then we're going to take the okay, we're going to make it an L. And then okay, L, okay, L, okay. Now look at mine, look at yours. Look at mine, look at yours. Look at mine. Put it on your chin and freeze. Realize, folks, for most of you, that's not your chin, it's your cheek. Right? Now, for those of you that did find your chin, relax. It is a comedy show. We'll have a little bit more fun, I promise. Right? Look at her. She's like, you're not fooling me. Well, I got a seat for you right here. So, my show is based off of volunteers. I don't pre-select or pick anybody to come up on stage. I let anybody that wants to volunteer come up on stage. I do have, I don't even remember, 10 or 11 chairs, but that doesn't mean that I only need 10 or 11 volunteers. If you would like to volunteer, by all means go ahead. I will ask that you safely and calmly come up on stage, and we'll get the show started. So, if you would like to volunteer for the show, come on up. Don't have a seat. I'm just going to have you stand up on stage. Don't have a seat. I'm going to have you stand up on stage. Go ahead and stand up, stand up, stand up. Everybody stand up. Come on up. Anybody that wants to volunteer. Even though all the chairs are taken, there's plenty of room. I can take plenty of volunteers. If y'all want to volunteer, come on up. Perfect. Now, there is a clinical term for those of you that did not volunteer tonight. Right? It's called SMART. No, I'm just kidding. So, what's your name? Evan. Nice to meet you, Evan. Where are you from? Fort Worth, Texas. Nice to meet you. Hi. Where are you from? Hillsboro. Let me guess. Hillsboro. Take a step forward for me. You take a step forward for me as well. Hi, what's your name? Zoe. Your name? Mason, take a step forward. Your name? Ashley. Addie. Brooke. One more time. Jaden. Alright. Jake, a little bit back for me, Jake. Isaac, nice to meet you, Isaac. Alright. Now, for the next 10 or 15 minutes or so, I'm going to ask if you're up on stage to not talk. But before we get started with that, is anybody chewing gum? Gum, gum, gum. So we need to spit out the gum. I'm going to grab you some tissue. And the reason I ask is, folks, when I hypnotize somebody and they're chewing gum, they end up swallowing their gum. And they choke and die. There we go. Perfect. All right. So, hypnosis is nothing more than the power of suggestion, power that words have to influence your actions and decisions. That's all that it is. anything that you think about, your mind will bring about. So all you have to do is suspend your disbelief and just feel what I ask you to feel, and your body will follow. Now, there's one really good sign of resistance that somebody's not wanting to cooperate with you. There we go, perfect. So I'm going to have you guys just drop your hands down to your side, not in your pocket, it's not that kind of show. And, good. Now, everybody look at me. Not yet, but in just a moment, I'm going to have you guys close your eyes. I'm going to have you close your eyes. Okay? Don't do it yet, but in a minute I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to count backwards from 5 to 1. Now when I reach the count of 1, you're going to find that your eyelids lock shut. They're going to lock tight, and the harder you try to get your eyes open, the more stuck they're going to become. In fact, the only way that your eyes are going to open when I reach the count of 1 is when I come up to you myself and I touch you on your forehead. Watch, like this. And your eyes are going to pop open. Want it to happen, expect it to happen, and watch it happen. So everybody on stage, go ahead and close your eyes. And don't open them until I ask you to. Now, I'm going to talk to the audience. So everybody that's still out in the audience, there's something that I know about each and every one of you. I know that you wonder if hypnosis is real, is that correct? You wonder if hypnosis works, is that also correct? But what most of you really wonder is if you yourself can be hypnotized, is that also correct? So, tonight, just because you didn't volunteer doesn't mean you can't follow along and participate. If you're in the audience and you'd like to participate, even some of your lovely chaperones if they'd like to participate, all I ask is that you suspend your disbelief and follow along. And if you truly follow along, you will also experience the state of hypnosis yourself. Now, if you're not going to try and take it seriously, why bother? Don't close your eyes yet. But if you're not going to take it seriously, why bother? Just watch the show, you'll have more fun. But if you are going to take it serious, you might just surprise yourself. So just by show of hands, is there anybody that's going to give it a shot out of the audience? Good. Now, if you're sitting next to somebody and you find that their eyes are locked shut, don't poke them or nudge them or budge them or move them in any way. Just let them be. I'll ask that they raise their hand in a minute after I'm through with working everybody up on stage, and then I'll come out and I'll help you get your eyes open. Now, everybody on stage, take your right hand and point it straight up into the sky. Everybody in the audience that wants to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes and do the same. Right hand and point it straight up into the sky. Extend your index finger as high as you can. Don't bend your elbow if you can help it. Now in just a moment I'm going to count backwards from the number 3 to the number 1, and when I reach the number 1, and in slow motion, allow your arm to begin to fall. Now if your arm should touch or bump or brush somebody else, don't worry about it. Don't let that bother you. And if somebody's arm should touch or bump or brush you, it's not going to disturb you in any way. 3, 2, 1. That's too fast, way too fast. Everybody's too fast. Slower, slower, and slower. Slow motion. Allowing your arm to fall. And as your arm continues to fall, in your mind, get a picture, one picture, an image, a painting, a snapshot, a color, a number, a letter, a word, an animal, or a house. Wrap your mind around that one image and let that one image fill your entire mind, so that's the only thing that you're thinking about: the picture, the painting, the snapshot, the color, the number, the letter, the animal, the word, the house. 5, feel your eyelids pressing down. 4, press them tight, even tighter than that. Really press them down. Really press your eyes down. 3, locking, sticking, gluing shut. 2, they're stuck as if they were glued. And 1, try to get them open, but you can't. Really try. Try to open your eyes. Come on, really try. Really try to get them open. Try harder than that. Try harder than that. Even harder than that. Good, stop trying. Wonderful, just stop trying. Now I'm gonna come up to you and I'm gonna talk to some of you guys. I'm gonna touch you on the shoulder and I want you to tell me what your eyes feel like.
They're stuck.
Do you think that would work for you?
No.
Just relax, stop trying. Good. And how about you? What do your eyes feel like?
I can't open them.
Can't open them? Kind of surprised yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
You look like you're about to fall over. How do you feel?
They're glued.
They're glued? Kind of crazy, isn't it? Check this out. All right. Thank you for trying. I didn't read that chapter. I must have missed that one. You have your balance. Keep your balance. You're not going to fall over. You got it. You're good. You're good. You're not going anywhere. Good. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Surprise yourself? Do me a favor. I want you to put your feet. Come over here with me. Step over here. Step over here. Put your feet right there. No, just stand. Just stand. There you go. Just stand right there. Forward a little. Right there. Put your feet together. Make your feet touch. Don't move your feet. Focus up here. I got you, okay? You're good. Just keep your balance. You're good. Stop trying. You're good. Ready? Focus right here. Just feel this in your shoulders as it pulls you over to the left. There you go. Don't fall. Got it. Check this out. You ready to focus up here? I'm going to move my hands in front of your face. I want you to follow with your head and your eyes. You ready? Look that way. Not fast enough. Ready? Look that way. Follow with your head and your eyes. Look that way. No? Go faster, okay? Look that way. Look that way. Look at me. Look over there. Sleep. Relax. Sleep. Just melt. Just drift. Just all the way down. Just loosen lift. Just let it go. Wonderful. There we go. Have a seat on the edge of the stage for me. Don't jump down, just have a seat right there on the edge of the stage. Good. Focus on my finger. Blink. Blink again. Blink again. As my finger passes your chin, allow your eyes to close. Your head gets heavy. Just sleep. Perfect. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Check this out. Have a seat right there for me. Feet off the edge of the stage, just don't fall. Wonderful. Scoot a little bit to your right. Let's move his hand here. Now, let me have your hand. Focus on your hand. Pick a spot, find a spot, focus. As your hand gets closer and closer, your head starts to get heavy, your eyes start to fall. Just sleep, just melt, just relax, just loosen lip. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Have a seat in the audience. Psych yourself out a little bit. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Turn this way for me. You ready? Put your hand on top of mine. Step forward. There we go. Now, on the count of 3, I'm going to push up. I want you to push down. Okay? I'm going to push up hard and as fast as I can. I want you to push down the same. Stronger and faster, I'm going to beat you, okay? 1, 2, 3, I beat you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, I still beat you. Put your feet together for me, okay? Focus up here. 1, 2, 3, sleep, just melt. Just drift. Wonderful. Fine. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Take a step forward for me. Right there. Just like that. Perfect. Put your feet together, make your feet touch, don't move your feet. Only the person I'm touching. Now take one step to your right. Perfect, just like that. You still have your balance. Feel this in your shoulders as it pulls you back. Kind of crazy, right? Blink. Blink again. Blink again. Now close your eyes. Let them lock, let them stick, let them shut as you fall backwards. Wonderful. Fantastic. And one more time. Just sleep. Just sleep. Just melt. There we go. We'll have to move that arm because that's not very comfortable. All right. I agree. It's crazy, isn't it? Have a seat on the edge of the stage for me. And then just let your eyes close, and in your own time, you're going to notice your head gets heavy, and you're going to fall straight backwards. Hi. How are you? Kind of crazy, isn't it? To have a seat right here. Same thing, off the edge of the stage. Have a seat right there off the edge of the stage for me. Have a seat off the edge of the stage. Have a seat on the edge of the stage. Perfect. Just sleep. Wonderful. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. How are you feeling? Feeling pretty good? Feeling kind of, just sleep. Wonderful. Just melt. Focus up here, focus up here. Feel your eyes getting heavy as they close. You start to melt like snowmen, just melting. Just melting. Getting comfortable. Now only the person I'm touching right now, I want you to kick your legs up on the stage. There we go, so you don't fall, keep your balance. For the next 45 minutes or so, everybody on stage, you guys are going to hear lots of cheer, lots of laughter, lots of applause. Allow that cheer, laughter, and applause to serve as reinforcement to your subconscious mind. The more cheer, the more laughter, and more applause you hear, the more your imagination will really take hold. And the more the suggestions that I give will be real. Your volunteers for tonight, everybody. Give them a round of applause. Is there anybody in the audience that has their eyes stuck shut? Anybody? He's out, but I think he's just asleep. No, is he out? Let me come. All right. We'll leave him alone. So nobody has their eyes stuck? Good, I don't want you guys to miss the show. So everybody on stage, in just a moment, you guys are going to notice, you're going to feel helium balloons tied to each one of your wrists. Those balloons are going to start to pull you up in the air. You can open your eyes just slightly, just enough to see a seat. And I want you guys to find a seat. And when you have a seat on stage, those balloons are still going to pull your arms up in the air. Nod your head when you can see balloons. I got this night. Everybody on stage, nod your head when you can see the balloons. Nod your head up and down, nod your head up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down when you can see the balloons. When you see the balloons, nod your head up and down, up and down, up and down, more, wonderful. Allow those balloons to start pulling you up in the air. Now, as those balloons pull you up higher and higher and higher, you can roll over. That's a little more comfortable for you to roll over there. As they pull you up, find a seat safely up on stage. Find a seat safely up on stage. And as you have a seat, those balloons keep your arms straight up in the air. Wonderful. Fantastic. Just feeling better than you felt in a long time. Right here is the perfect seat for Only one hand is gonna fall. Allow one hand to fall. One set of balloons pops as one hand falls, just one hand. And we're gonna use that one hand to put on a seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt, because we can't fall out of your seat. Everybody put on a seatbelt. Put on a seatbelt. That seatbelt's gonna keep you in your seat no matter what. It's gonna keep you safe. Put on that seatbelt. And once the seatbelt is on, allow those balloons to pop and just sleep. Just sleep, sleep, sleep. Just drift. Just melt. Give them a round of applause, everybody. I want you to sit up straight for me, sweetie. There we go. Only the person I'm touching now. We got to get you a better seatbelt. Go ahead and stand up and get in your seat a little bit better. Got to get you a better seatbelt. Watch your head. There we go. Just sleep. Just melt. Wonderful. Now we're going to keep our seatbelt on. We're not going to fall out of our chair. Keep your seatbelt on. Don't fall out of your chair. Everybody on stage, in just a moment, you're going to realize that the person sitting next to you smells like the best thing you've ever smelled in your entire life. And the more you get your nose in it, the more you really get your nose in it, the better and better it smells. Allow that to start happening now. Just really get your nose in it. Really get your nose in and start smelling. Just smell. Start smelling. Just start smelling. It's the best thing you've ever smelled in your entire life. And the more you smell, the better and better it gets. And if you have somebody on the other side of you, smell the person on the other side of you, because they smell even better. They smell even better. It's fantastic. How wonderful. How absolutely amazing they smell. And everybody, just sleep, sleep, sleep. Just sleep. Sleep, sleep. Don't fall out of your seat. You have your seatbelt on. Wonderful. Sit up straight for me. Fantastic. You can have a seat out there. Thank you very much. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Now, everybody on stage, in just a moment, you're going to be seated upright. You're stuck to your chair is stuck to the floor, you can't move, but you're going to notice that every time I snap my fingers, the person sitting next to you smells like the worst thing you can imagine. Everybody on stage, be seated upright and start to smell that now, as it just gets worse and worse. And every time I snap my fingers, it just gets worse. And tell me what's going on over here.
She's smelly.
What does she smell like?
Herself.
Smells like herself. What do you think about that?
I think he smells like horse poop.
That's pretty bad. You doing all right over here?
Gross.
Who smells? She does. She said you smelled. Who do you think it is?
It's her.
And what do you think about that?
No.
Who do you think it is? Just keep going down the line. What about you? How about you? Oh, I think we found it. He says it's you. As it just gets worse and worse. And everybody on stage, you're still stuck to your chair, but just sleep, just melt, just drift. Don't fall out of your seat, don't fall out of your chair. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Now everybody on stage, in just a moment, you're going to be seated upright, eyes open, and you're going to look out in front of you, except you're going to be behind the wheel of your favorite sports car. It doesn't matter what that car is, you now own it. So everybody on 3, be seated upright and get behind the wheel of that car. Let that happen now. Everybody upright, get behind the wheel of the car. We got to adjust your mirror, adjust the seat, drop the top. All right, and we're going to take this car for a spin. This is the first time you've ever driven this car. Going through town, we're going to make a left, and then we're going to make a right, and then back over to the left. And then you notice out the passenger window all your friends that are still at school, but you decided to ditch today. Just give them a wave. Some suckers. And now we're gonna get out on the highway and there's nobody around. So we're gonna floor it. We're gonna see exactly what this car can do. So you open it up and you go 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, flying down the highway, 110, 120, 130, not a care and not a worry in the world, but then you notice something. You gotta pull over to the right and shut the car off. And when the officer comes up to you, he's going to ask you why you were speeding. You have to give him the most ridiculous excuse that you can think of as to why you were speeding. The more ridiculous the excuse, the more believable it'll be. And he might just let you go. We're going to start right here. Why were you speeding?
I don't know.
You got to come up with something better than that.
I don't know. My mom's gonna be mad.
We'll let you go for that. You look like you're still trying to drive. You all right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you were speeding?
My grandpa's in the hospital, and I really need to get there now because he needs me.
You're going the wrong way.
How do you know?
Just sleep. Just sleep. Just melt. There we go. Just let it go. How about you? Why were you speeding?
I have to pee.
How about you?
It's going to get you donuts, bro.
Some donuts. All right. I like that. How about you? Why were you speeding?
I had my eyes closed.
It's kind of dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll let you go this time. How about you?
I just really wanted food.
What kind of food are you going to go get?
Mostly pizza.
And how about you?
I wanted BK.
And what about you?
Water broke.
I might have some fun with that one later. How about you?
I got a paper cut.
And how about you?
Stubbed my toe.
Say that again?
I stubbed my toe.
You stubbed your toe. All right. Everybody on stage, just sleep, just melt, just drift. Don't fall out of your chair. Wonderful. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Now, everybody on stage, in just a moment, you're going to be seated upright, eyes closed. And you're going to become old-fashioned typewriters. Using your hands, your feet, your head, your entire body, you're going to start typing away. Just typing. In just a minute, you're going to start typing away. Typing. Allow that to start happening now. Just sit up and start typing. Typing. Faster and faster and faster, using your head, your feet, your legs, your entire body. Just typing. And now your washing machines on the spin cycle. Washing machines on the spin cycle. Round and 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 round. And now your jackhammers. You're all jackhammers. Your jackhammers breaking up the concrete. Your jackhammers. And just sleep. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Sit up for me. I want you to sit up for me too. You can sit up for me here. There we go. Wonderful. You can sit up, and then you can sit up. Fantastic. You can just let your head melt. There we go. Just let your head melt. Perfect. Everybody on stage, in just a moment, you're all going to become goldfish swimming around in a goldfish bowl. Sit up for me. Goldfish swimming around in a goldfish bowl. Allow that to start happening now. Just start swimming with your gills and your fins. Just start swimming around your new bowl. Don't bump into anybody. We're nice goldfish. Just swimming, checking everything out. Wonderful. And now somebody's coming by and they're putting some food above you. You gotta get the food. There we go, get the food. Fantastic. But wait, what was that? You notice something. Somebody dropped a bigger goldfish in the bowl. You have to swim away. You have to swim away. Careful, careful, swim away. But careful, swim careful. Careful, swim away. Swim, 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 swim faster. He's getting closer. He's getting closer, closer, closer. Freeze, 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 freeze. Don't move, don't move, don't move. If you stay still, he may not see you. That was close. Everybody on stage, just sleep, just sleep. Wonderful. Give him a round of applause, everybody. Everybody on stage, eyes open, be seated upright. Allow that to happen now. Eyes open, be seated upright. We're going to adjust your chairs a little bit here, kind of pull them back into line. There we go. Now, I have a little bit of sleep dust. Have you guys ever seen sleep dust before? Never seen sleep dust? I carry a little bit with me here. I'll show you. It kind of works like this. Pour it over here. Wonderful. You can get any of it on you, just fall asleep. You can even roll it up into a little ball. See? Right here, got a little ball. I'm going to bounce it off the floor. It's going to bounce off the curtain. It's going to bounce off the backboard. It's going to come back right there. You ready? Watch it. Put a glove on that hand for me. Both your hands, Jenny, you should put gloves on for me. Put gloves on, perfect. Here, I want you to hold this, but you have gloves on, so it's not going to affect you. Okay? Throw a little bit on her. It's a good throw. You got both of them. You still have a little bit on your hand. You see it? Hold it up. You really got to get up in there and see it. Stand up for me right here. I have a golf ball, sleep golf ball right there. All right, play golf before? All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to hit the golf ball. And it's gonna just go sailing through the net, bounce off the back wall, come back through the net. It's gonna come back and but you're not gonna feel a thing, I promise. You won't even feel a thing, I promise. Here, I'll even stand back here so it doesn't, I pinky promise. That's right, I pinky promise. You won't feel a thing. You ready? Whenever you're ready. Launch it that way. Why? Oh, we'll turn the other way. Wonderful. Keep your balance there. You're good. She didn't feel a thing, I promise. Yeah, have a seat for me right here. And have a seat right there. I got a little bit here. You can even just take a little like this and go over top. Wonderful. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Now, everybody on stage, in just a moment, I'm going to come by and I want you to sit up straight, keeping your eyes closed, but put your hand out straight in front of you. I'm going to come by and give you a piece of your favorite candy, except this candy's different, it's unique. It has the most flavor of any candy you've ever had in your entire life. It's the best tasting candy you've ever experienced. So everybody on stage, go ahead and sit up straight, put your arm out in front of you. I'm gonna come by and give that to you. But when I give it to you, you gotta hold it up to your chest quick because your neighbor's a thief and they're gonna try to take it from you. They're gonna try to take it. Don't let your neighbor get it. Your neighbor's a thief. Look at that sucker sitting next to you. He's going to try and take your candy away from you. Give him a little scowl. Let him know what you think. Just look at them. Hey, now, we got to be a little bit nicer. All right, so on the count of 3, we're going to pop that candy in your mouth. And it's going to be the best candy you've ever had in your life. And it's just going to make you smile. 1, 2, 3. Just pop it in and just, It's the best candy you've ever had in your entire life. It just makes you smile, makes your mouth water so much, and it makes you happy and warm and fuzzy. And it's just the best thing you've ever had in your entire life. It's so wonderful, so fantastic. But you start to notice that the flavor starts to change a little bit. It starts to get a little sour, just a little sour at first. Then it really starts to pucker your jaw up a little bit. It gets more sour and more sour. and more sour. Even more sour than a warhead. It's the most sour candy you've ever had in your entire life. Why would anything be this sour? It's just like biting into a lemon. It's so incredibly, incredibly sour. And then just let that start to fade away as it starts to go bland and really doesn't taste like anything. But then you notice a little bit of heat as it starts to get a little bit hotter and hotter and hotter. It's like you bit into a chili pepper. It's just so hot. You just give anything for some water. It's the hottest thing you've ever had in your entire life. It's so hot, just unbearable. And then that starts to fade away, starts to go back to being bland. And you notice, as you start to get to the middle of the candy, there's this sweet liquid inside, and it makes you smile, and you just wonder, what would happen if you bite into it? And as you bite into it, you find that there's laughing juice in the middle, and it makes you laugh, and you just start to laugh uncontrollably, like the funniest joke you've ever heard in your entire life. It just gets funnier and funnier, and you laugh harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. It gets funnier and funnier and funnier. Oh, man. And then it just starts to get kind of boring and fades away. Not really that funny anymore. But you notice that when you bit into it, it kind of got stuck to your teeth back there in your molars. You got to try to pick it out with your tongue. And it's just really stuck in there. You can't get it. The more you try and pick at it, the more stuck it becomes. And it starts to change. You notice that every time I snap my fingers, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it doesn't hurt, but it just starts to pop your mouth open as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And tell me, what does that feel like?
I feel like a hustling channel.
How about you?
My eyes suck.
And how about you?
Hot.
Say that again.
Hot.
And how about you?
Sound suck.
And everybody on stage, you notice that it starts to break away and your jaw relaxes. And as it does, you just sleep, just melt, just drift, just sleep. Wonderful. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Now, everybody on stage, in just a moment, you're going to receive a phone call from a shoe phone from somebody in the audience. So if I could get some shoes up here on stage. Anybody, any shoes up here on stage? Wonderful. Perfect. You guys are going to notice that there's a shoe phone ringing on stage. Any shoe phone will do. You just have to get up and grab a shoe phone. If there's not a shoe phone, you realize that it's your own shoe that's ringing and you have to grab it. You have to answer the phone call. It's the most important phone call of your life. It's the president calling with a directive because you're all secret agents. When the music starts, I want you to slowly, in slow motion, go grab a shoe phone. In slow motion, grab a shoe phone. And once you have a shoe phone, come back to your seat. Once you have a shoe phone, come back to your seat. And answer that phone. It'll be easier if you take it off. Easier if you take it off. It goes better this way. You gotta answer it. Turn that phone over this way. Perfect. Turn it over this way. That's better reception this way. There we go. Better reception that way. There we go. What happened to your seat there? You have it the wrong way. There you go. Just like that. That's better. There we go. Now, the directive that the president is giving you is he's enacting you all as firefighters. Yeah, firefighters, that's right. Just sleep. So you're all firefighters, and everybody in the gym is in trouble. They're in danger because there's smoke and there's fire in the gym. So you have to get up on the count of 3, and without leaving the stage, carefully and safely, you have to tell everybody they have to get out. 1, 2, your shoe phone's a gas mask, you have to put it on. 3, you gotta get up, put your gas mask on, put your gas mask on, put it on, you gotta tell them, they gotta get out, they gotta get out. Take your gas mask off and come have a seat. You did a wonderful job, everybody. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Come back and have a seat. Wonderful. There you go. And there we go, just drop the gas mask. And everybody on stage, with the exception of the person I'm touching now, just sleep, just melt, just drift. Wonderful. Tell me what's going on.
Where?
Oh, you don't look very happy.
No, I don't like the president.
Can't fault you for that one. Just sleep, just melt. Wonderful. Everybody on stage, in just a moment, you're going to become world-class, world-famous bodybuilders. So when the music starts, you're going to stand up, and without leaving the stage, you're going to start to go through all of your poses, all of your moves, showing everybody on stage how hard you've been working on your muscles. It's really important that they understand how hard you've been working. When you hear the music start, jump up and spread out, and we'll go through some poses. Everybody jump up carefully, and we're going to show off your biceps. You've been working hard on your biceps. Don't forget about your pecs. You've been working hard on your pecs. Really give them a good flex. And your legs, you've been working hard on your legs too. Show off your legs, there we go. And everybody turn around and show them your calves. You've been working hard on your calves. And don't forget about your back muscles. You've been working hard on your back. Give them a good flex. We have some real winners here. Guys, only the guys, you notice that you have a wedgie. Reach back there, you gotta get that wedgie. Nobody sees it, just get it. Just reach back there and get it, nobody sees it. It's really up in there, you really gotta get it. Really get that wedgie, really get it, you gotta get the wedgie. Just the guys, you gotta get that wedgie. Reach up there and really get it. Nobody sees it, it's okay. Everybody just freeze, 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 freeze. Kodak moment. Perfect, everybody can have a seat. Wonderful job, have a seat. And as you have a seat, just sleep, just drift. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Everybody on stage, in just a moment, we're all going to become jockeys in a horse race. We're in the Kentucky Derby. So I want you to sit up straight, jump on your horse, and when the music starts, we're going to get ready. So everybody sit up straight, get on your horse. Over to your right. A little bit more. There we go, have a seat. There we go, perfect, wonderful. All right, we got to grab the reins. We got to get ready. We're still in the stall. So when the music starts, you're going to start to get pumped. You're going to get amped. You're going to get ready to go. Here we go, get ready, get ready. We're not racing yet, hang on. We're not racing yet, we're still in the stall. Get ready. And race. You gotta go faster. You gotta go faster than that. Really whip your horse. You gotta go faster and faster and faster and faster. And we're gonna turn to the left, and then turn to the the person I'm touching right now. Go ahead and open your eyes just enough to find a seat. Just enough to find a seat. Let's move your arm here. Go ahead and have a seat right there. And when you have a seat, just let your head get heavy and melt. Perfect. And only the person I'm touching right now, only the person I'm touching right now, eyes open and find a seat up on stage. And when you find a seat, let your eyes close, your head get heavy, and just sleep, just melt. Perfect. Now, only the person I'm touching right now, only the person I'm touching right now, your name is now E-I-E-I-O. Anytime I ask you what your name is, you'll tell me it's E-I-E-I-O. If I get your name wrong, you get very upset and very offended that I have your name wrong. Only the person I'm touching right now, you've lost your belly button. Your belly button is gone, and I think someone in the audience stole it. You have to go find it. It is your mission to find your belly button. Only the person I'm touching right now, only the person I'm touching right now, anytime you try and speak, your tongue falls out of your mouth and you're incoherent. Nobody can understand what you say. You think everybody hears you perfectly, but nobody can understand. Only the person I'm touching right now, only the person I'm touching right now, you are now the laughter police. This is not a funny show, it's a serious seminar, and you get highly offended when anybody laughs. And it's your mission to tell them to be quiet. You won't leave your seat, and you won't become violent, but you are visually disturbed because they just won't be quiet. Everybody on stage, eyes open on 3. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling wonderful, feeling fantastic. How you feeling? What's your name? Where are you from? How about you? Do you know what his name is? What's your name? We'll come back to that in a little bit. How are you doing?
My belly button's gone.
Your belly button?
My belly button's gone.
Maybe you should try and go find it. Carefully though. Carefully try to find it. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm Jonathan.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And what's your name?
E-I-E-I-O.
That's unique. Is that a family name?
Yeah.
I'm bad with names, but I'm going to try my hardest to remember them.
Okay.
You don't look very happy. Are you okay?
No.
What's the matter?
To keep laughing.
You can tell him to be quiet. It's okay. So, have you met my friend Fabio?
My name's E-I-E-I-O.
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 Okay, I'll try to do better. I promise I will try to do better. You look a little lost. You doing all right?
No.
Have you met my friend G.I. Joe?
No.
You haven't? Yeah, G.I. Joe.
My driver's license says E-I-E-I-O, so I think that's my name.
Are you sure?
I'm like positive.
You doing all right? We'll come back to that in a second. I found your belly button. It's right up here, actually, if you want to climb back up on stage. But you guys stand right there. So, are you ticklish at all? Yeah. So you know how we can test if this is yours? Oh, I dropped it. I'm sorry. I'll pick it up here. All right, so I want you to stand like this. Ready? We're going to try to see if we can get it reattached. Is it back? Give her a round of applause, everybody. You can have a seat. Are you ringing? You can answer that and tell them that it's Queen Elizabeth.
Who?
Just sleep, just melt. Just let that go. So, how's my buddy AEIOU doing?
Good. How are you, Stacy?
My name's Jonathan.
Oh, is it? I'm really bad with names. I'll try to remember.
Touche. I can give you the microphone if you want to, take center stage. No, you're good? You all right? Yeah, I can introduce you.
As what?
It's your name.
Try it. Give it a roll.
It's Tonto.
Why not?
See? Tonto, that's right.
It's actually my maiden name.
Wonderful, fantastic. Just sleep, just melt, just drift. There we go. Wonderful, fantastic. You just look irritated.
I told them to stop.
And how about you?
Please stop laughing.
I don't think they're taking you serious.
You need to stop laughing!
But sit up for me here. And just sleep, just melt, there we go. Just feel better, just sleep. Everybody on stage, just sleep, 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 sleep. Just let it go, just drift. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Everybody on stage, let all the suggestions I've given you just melt away as you return back to yourself. Happy, go lucky, caring, not a worry in the world. Except for the person I'm touching now. Only the person I'm touching now. Every time you hear me say my name, Jonathan, you'll stand up and cheer and then immediately forget and have no clue what you're doing. Only the person I'm touching right now, every time you hear me say the word hypnosis, you'll bring me something valuable and immediately forget that you handed it to me. Everybody on stage, eyes open on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Go ahead and stand up. Everybody stand up, stand up. Wonderful. Let me get in right here. Perfect. We're gonna grab hands. Everybody grab hands, grab hands, grab hands, hands up. And take a bow. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Feels fabulous. Go ahead and have a seat. Have a seat. You can have a seat out in the audience. Have a seat. You guys can have a seat out in the audience. And have a seat carefully and safely out in the audience. Have a seat. It takes a minute for you to feel a little bit like yourself. Have a seat, have a seat. Once you guys start to feel a little bit normal, you look like you're good. You can go to the audience. You can go to the audience. You need a little bit more time. You can go to the audience. You're good. You're ringing again. Answer it. You're Ariana Grande. I don't know. Maybe down there. You're good. Let me see. Stand up for me. Focus up here. There we go. You're good. Go ahead and have a seat out there. Go ahead and stand up for me. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. You guys stand up. Go ahead and have a seat out there. Feel wonderful. Just take it easy. Focus up here. You can have a seat out there. Feel great. You too feel great. Wonderful. So my name is Jonathan. That was weird. You all right? And that was my hypnosis show. You can set him down. He's not that valuable. He's not that valuable. You're good. very much. I appreciate that. She's right there. Does anybody have any questions about hypnosis? Or for me, Jonathan? You all right? You want to cry? Why? That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into you. What's your name? I'm Jonathan. You're not okay? I can tell. Give her a round of applause, everybody.